Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has just stated, here we go, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to Marseille. The deal will be a loan with an obligation to buy. The deal will be worth eventually £17 million. Thomas Frank has come out and said if you want to buy Ivan Toney, he will be expensive. And reports are stating that Ange Postecoglou at the moment is obsessed with finding a new number 9, and Dominic Solanke is on Tottenham's list.
Chris Cowlin. Fan cams, club news, transfer news, match previews, legend interviews, Spurs women, press conferences, covering everything Tottenham and England.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you listen to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. So let's start with an update from Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano on Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. He has given us the here we go. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to Marseille, here we go. Documents to be signed for Danish midfielder who is joining from Spurs. Tottenham will receive fee of around 13.5 to 14 million euros. Højbjerg accepted after speaking to new Marseille boss Roberto De Zerbi. Football.London on this deal have just stated it looks like Pierre-Emile Højbjerg's deal will be a loan with an obligation to buy for Marseille. It looks like Spurs will end up getting just under 17 million euros for the Danish international. That is around 20 million euros. BBC Sport have stated the 28-year-old is believed to be ready to leave North London and is available for around £17 million. Højbjerg joined Spurs in 2020 in a £15 million deal from Southampton when Jose Mourinho was Spurs' boss. The midfielder made 39 appearances for the club last season, but only 10 of those were starts, as Ange Postecoglou favoured Yves Bissouma and Pape Matar Sarr in central midfield. The Dane has entered the final year of his contract at Tottenham and will be available on a free transfer in 2025 if fresh terms are not agreed. Spurs have strengthened their midfield this summer with the signings of Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall. Marseille have been on a recruitment drive since appointing former Brighton manager Roberto De Zerbi. Now, in recent transfer windows, Tottenham Hotspur have been heavily linked to Brentford striker Ivan Toney. Well, Thomas Frank, the Brentford boss, on the Spurs target, he said, I know he's a Brentford player. I know he's enjoying his well-deserved time off after his time with England at the Euros. I'd be more than happy if he stayed with us. He is a goal scorer, and that's very important to have in your team. So if you want to buy him, he will be expensive. Team Talk on Ivan Toney have stated that the 28-year-old has just entered into the final year of his contract and has reportedly hinted that he wants to move to a bigger club this summer. Brentford had hoped to secure a fee in the region of £70 million for Ivan Toney after he returned from his lengthy FA ban, but have now dropped that figure to between £40 and £50 million as the player's contract runs down. Various reports today, including Team Talk, have stated at this stage it appears to be only Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham United who continue to have concrete interest in Ivan Toney, who has scored 72 goals in 141 appearances for the Bees. A report has just been published by the Football Insider, and they are stating that Tottenham are continuing to keep close tabs on Bournemouth striker Dominic Solanke. Spurs remain in the market for an A-list number 9, and Ange Postecoglou is pushing the club to get a deal done for the 26-year-old before the transfer deadline. Spurs have registered their interest in Solanke, but face stiff competition from West Ham United and Chelsea. It has also been reported by the Football Insider that Postecoglou is said to be obsessed with finding a number 9 capable of leading the line, as Harry Kane done so successfully, and are also in daily talks with Lille's Jonathan David. Solanke scored 19 goals in 38 Premier League appearances for Bournemouth last season. That's 8 more than current centre-forward Richarlison and 2 more than top league goalscorer Heung-min Son. Bournemouth have admitted that they could be selling the striker this summer, and since joining the club for £19 million from Liverpool in 2019, Solanke has scored 77 goals in 216 appearances for the South Coast side. The Football Insider have also stated that Spurs are yet to find a suitable replacement for Harry Kane and believe that Solanke could be the one. Tottenham should expect significant competition, and given that Solanke is a homegrown player, they should also anticipate paying a premium price for his signature. The Football Insider have also stated that the North London club have also been linked with a move for Brentford's England international Ivan Toney. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Here we go to Marseille. Fabrizio Romano has stated 13.5 to 14 million euros, but the deal could be worth up to 17 million pounds, and it is now a loan with an obligation to buy, very similar to the deal Eric Dyer to Bayern Munich. I think it's a very clever deal from Spurs, if I'm honest, because Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has entered into the final year of his contract at Tottenham. To get this kind of money for a player in the final year of their contract, I think it is very, very clever business, and I wish Pierre-Emile Højbjerg all of the very, very best for the future. I'm sure he will be very, very successful at the French club under new boss Roberto De Zerbi. I think he has had a decent career at Tottenham over the last 4 years. He's played under various different managers. And I think it was pretty obvious when Ange Postecoglou came in. I think a lot of us thought the same in terms of, is he an Ange Postecoglou type player? We all said no, but he played an awful lot of games last season for Spurs, shoring up that defensive part of our game in many matches last season. You know, mainly used as a sub, but played a vital role in Postecoglou's setup and the way that we wanted to play and close out games. So I think he had a decent season at Tottenham. I think he's had a decent 4 years. And as I say, I wish him all of the very best. And I think it's super business from Spurs. I said in the last couple of weeks that I think that when the Euros have finished, I think that we will expect and we will see a lot happening at the club. And this is exactly what is happening right now. Players going out the door, and full credit to the club. You know, we have offloaded a number of players in the last couple of months. But I know that a lot of you will be shouting now, as I probably am, you know, where are the signings? I expect a lot to happen in the next couple of weeks. Of course, in the next 48 hours or so, the players will be flying off to Japan. And, you know, Ange Postecoglou wants signings in early. We've seen it in the last couple of windows. You know, he wants signings in early. He wants things to happen quickly. I'm sure that he's got a shopping list. You know, reports are stating that he is obsessed at the moment with bringing in a number 9, which is music to all of our ears. You know, Dominic Solanke is apparently on the list. Ivan Toney is going to be expensive, according to Brentford boss Thomas Frank. If I'm honest, if I had to choose between Solanke and Ivan Toney, I'd probably go with Ivan Toney. I think that, you know, both strikers are decent strikers. Both strikers are proven in the Premier League. Solanke had a good season at Bournemouth last year. And, you know, both of them, you know, are very capable of scoring goals, assisting. You know, Ivan Toney, great at set pieces, great from the penalty spot as well. You know, two really, really decent strikers in my opinion. But if I was to choose from them, I think that I'd rather Ivan Toney, and I think that Spurs could probably strike a really good deal here, a really cheap deal. I know Thomas Frank is saying that he's going to be expensive, but he is now in the last year of his contract at Brentford, and you know, Brentford will want to plan for the future. They won't want the uncertainty of having him leave on a free in the summer of 2025. So I think that Spurs could get a decent deal done here, and I think that, you know, the way Spurs structure deals and have done in the last couple of years, I think that they could probably structure a deal where we would pay a certain amount up front and then, you know, give them payments over time, whatever. You know, that's their business. That's for them to do. But I wouldn't be at all surprised if they went and done that. I do expect Spurs to now go out and sign a good couple of decent players in these next few weeks, and hopefully, you know, we can move on as a football club. You know, Ange Postecoglou can take us to that next level. Hopefully, we can compete for, you know, Champions League football for the following season. And, You know, as I always say on all of these updates, it is about ambition. It is about taking us to that next level, giving Ange Postecoglou the tools to do so, and hopefully he will make Tottenham Hotspur successful once again. But I do expect a lot to happen. Another player going out the door in Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and of course now all eyes on the club, who we are going to sign next and when it is going to be done. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you listen to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, come on you Spurs.